I'm not too much worried about it because y'all know we got the shade cloth. Couldn't y'all imagine that being in front of the greenhouse area? Now, if the price is changing, y'all don't blame it on me. My brain to get all jibber jabber, flipped around. Blossom Earnrock came through and shut the whole scene down. I guess y'all say get us in there too. We want to see. And can I just add too that I am so glad that these branches got cut down. Hey y'all, welcome back to another video. If you are new here, my name is Tiffany. I'm a gardener in Zone 9A, Southern Alabama. If you are returning, hey friends. Y'all, so we are outside today. It's probably gonna be a lot of traffic riding through because it's not even 6:30 in the morning yet. I wanted to get out extra early because I got a lot of stuff I need to do. Will I get it all done today? Probably not, but we're gonna start our day off early so we can, set the tone for the day. So I do want to show y'all real quick. We did get the tree limb that we were telling y'all about over here in the chaos area. Our yard man actually came yesterday and he cut it down, so I am so very happy to see that because it was running right into this very tall sunflower. Now, speaking of this very tall sunflower, y'all, next year I do not think I want to grow sunflowers that tall anymore because I feel like it's just way too tall for my liking. I like the ones that get not even half that size or low or shorter. So I don't think I'm gonna do those again next year, but I'm gonna roll with it for this year, see what happens with it. And I would like to, like I told y'all before, collect the seeds from it. Now, another thing we're gonna do today, I'm gonna tell you everything we're gonna do today real quick. So we're gonna harvest these potatoes because we got quite a bit of rain coming through, so I want to go ahead on and harvest those. And I feel like if I don't, these caterpillars gonna be and took all the foliage off of it. So I'm definitely gonna go ahead on and harvest that. These are the potatoes, so they don't look good at all, y'all, based off the tops of it, because like I said, we've been having an issue with, I don't know if it's a caterpillar or a cutworm that's been coming through and eating all the greenery on these potato leaves. And I'm gonna also go ahead and harvest this bucket as well. As y'all can see, ain't no foliage on this right here, so we're gonna go ahead on and see what's in there. My expectations are very low. We are gonna leave the potatoes that are in the green stalk though, because I noticed that some of them did die back, so when it is time to harvest them, I'm already knowing that it's gonna be some in there rotted, but we also have some that's getting some new growth on it. So I don't know what's gonna become of that, but we're gonna see what happens once it is time to harvest it. Another thing we're gonna do, we actually about to get ready to head out, so we're gonna harvest those when we come back. I want to go to Lowe's because I want to go to their clearance rack to see if I can find like some type of bushing like flower. I don't know, something that really likes the heat to go in front of the greenhouse. I feel like we done had our run on the flowers that we started from seed in front of the greenhouse. Let me show y'all what they look like. So between the rain and the heat, these plants have been through it, and I just don't like the look of it over here in this area. I mean, it was cool once everything is blooming and looking good, it's fine, but this one right here looks a hot mess. And as y'all can see, the head is still down on this sunflower. I'm not sure if this one of those sunflowers that I'm able to collect the edible seeds from, but when we pull it, we'll see what's up. This one over here don't look as bad, but I still feel like it's pretty wild. I'm not sure if these flowers over here are gonna end up dropping seeds and having flowers all in the grass and stuff like that. So I was like, you know what? I don't want to have to deal with it. I just rather have matching flowers on each side. Now, if we can't find nothing reasonably priced, then I think this is gonna be what it is, unless I just throw some more seeds in here and kind of try to space them out a good way to where it don't look a hot mess once the heat and stuff like that hit. I did do a little research last night to see like what flowers grow best in our area, which the humidity, the heat, the full sun and stuff like that. It did say, I think it was called a vinca, and I'll put it on the screen, the name of it, or like lantanas. So I may look for those type of flowers to put into the flower pots, because like I told y'all before, this area gets like full sun. Okay, and then in here, I am so very happy to show y'all how amazing our watermelon look in here. I don't know who it was that suggested that we grow watermelon inside of the greenhouse. I cannot remember, but if y'all remember, I was talking about pulling this watermelon out. But look at our watermelon, y'all. And then we got a few more that's doing their little thing. Now it is a little bit cooler in here, so it's like 69 degrees outside, but it's 67.6 in here. I'm not too much worried about it because y'all know we got the shade cloth. And someone also asked how much sun does this shade cloth block out? So it's a 70% shade cloth. Now I probably went a little OD on the 70%. I probably only needed like a 45, 55 percentage, but I was like, I'd rather be safe than sorry, because once that heat really start ramping up in July and August, I want to make sure that we're ready for it. So that's why I decided to go ahead on and go with that one. Now, if it does bite us in the butt, just like all things in the garden, it's not permanent. So this is not something that has to be permanent. I can always take it off and kind of plan accordingly from that way. I ain't gonna make a problem before it becomes a problem, if y'all know what I mean. So yeah, that's that. I do have this place that I want to go to, and I may go ahead and go to it today. It's called Smith's Hardware. It's like in I think it's in Saraland. I'm trying to be done with everything I need to do by 10 o'clock this morning. So if I do have time to go there, I'll go there. If not, I'll just go there next week and look at their starter plants, because from my understanding, they have reasonably priced starter plants. So I want to go check them out. And I also have a nursery right down the street from us. So what we may do is we may go to Lowe's first and then go to the nursery that's down the street from Lowe's and see what they have as far as like starter plants. So yeah, that's what we may do. But yeah, I just wanted to turn on the video, introduce the vlog, and let y'all know what we got going on today, or what I got going on today. I guess it's a week because it's me and y'all. So I'll turn y'all back on once we make it to Lowe's to see what we can find there. All right, y'all. So as y'all can see, we have made it to Lowe's. So I'm over here looking at the hibiscus. I'm not at the clearance rack just yet, but I kind of feel like a hibiscus, 2 hibiscus on the side of the greenhouse would be the perfect flower. But my dilemma is I had such bad luck with hibiscus last year. I let it die out on me, and I just feel like I didn't take care of it. And I feel like hibiscus is one of those things where it would thrive better in the ground. So I'm kind of trying to talk myself out of doing it, even though I want to do it. Just look at this. Couldn't y'all imagine that being in front of the greenhouse area? Like, and it's something that produces multiple blooms. So like, you're gonna have another bloom that's gonna come through right here. And I want to do it so badly. I want to do it so badly, but no, I'm not. I'm walking away. And I'm walking away because last year I showed my true colors with taking care of hibiscus. Now, granted, I could redeem myself. I very well could redeem myself, but nuh-uh. Nope. And plus, you said you was gonna shop on the clearance rack, so let's go to the clearance rack like you said you was gonna do. That's me talking to myself, y'all. So yeah, let's see what we can find on the clearance. Even something like a knockout rose bush would be cool too. Now the plus side about this is it is a perennial, so it would be something that I wouldn't have to buy over and over again, opposed to the vinca. I'm not sure if that's a perennial in our area. Now this is a real deal rescue plant right here. Yeah, I don't want that. Okay, so they do got some knockout roses over here. They $18.98 regular price. I think I could bring these back to life, and they not real big. See, this would be the perfect size. Look at that. Double knockout rose. And it's a red. So if we get 2 of these, let's see, it'll be 50% off. So $18.98. That'll be like $9.50. $9.50 a piece. So I get 2 for the price of 1. Alright, y'all, so I'm gonna pick out 2 of these and I will show y'all which ones I get, because I need to focus. I need to lock in. So I'll turn y'all back on once I pick out my 2. Okay, so y'all, I'm over here looking at this drift rose. Now, from my understanding, this one does not get as big as the knockout roses. So I feel like it would be a better option for the 2 pots that's in front of the greenhouse area. But these aren't on clearance. These are called the Scarlet Drift. Now, I also don't really care for the flowers that it produced either. So let's see. Let's look. I love the way these are. Let's see, what is this one? See if this one is a Don Juan rose. Plant 3 together. So this one gets about the same as the knockout roses. So, but I do like the overall look of the rose better. But it's not on clearance. I'm pretty sure I can talk them into giving it to me though for the 50% off, because it don't look the best if we being honest. Now, these are the ones that I picked out, and I think I'm going to go ahead on and stick with them. So these were on the clearance rack. They have blooms already on them, so I feel like I will be able to doctor these back up a lot quicker than the one that I got the first time. From my understanding, this is a very forgiving plant. So we're going to roll with this one. We're not going to overthink it. But I'll turn y'all back on in a minute. I'm about to do some more looking around. I feel like this would look pretty in a flower bed with other type of blooming flowers. Like it would just add something extra to it. And it's pretty. It kind of reminds me of the flowers that couple was selling at the farmer's market. Y'all, it's so crazy to me how sometimes we can like overlook certain stuff when we in stores, but then when we see it like on the setup, it's like it kind of captures your eye like, oh my goodness, look at that. Because I'm pretty sure them flowers been around for a very, very long time, but they have never like captured my eye until I seen them at the farmer's market. All right, y'all, so I decided to make a pit stop. So I end up coming by Longleaf Mulch, which is the place that I come to get our soil now and our mulch. I was trying to get the medium mulch nuggets that they sell here, but the last time I came, they were out of stock. So I decided to call up here, and luckily she was like, they have some in stock. So I just brought a tote with me. I knew that I was possibly going to come up here, but I almost had forgot, and I was headed back home, and I was like, oh no, I need to go by Longleaf Mulch real quick. So just in case y'all did not see the last video that I did about this place, let me show y'all what they got. So this is the organic potting mix that they sell here, and they look like they fully stocked, locked and loaded. The last time I came here, they didn't have a whole bunch, but they locked and loaded on the organic potting mix. This is the one that we use in our beds and our green stalks now. And then they also have the professional growing mix, which this is I think this one is cheaper than this one. If I'm not mistaken, these are $10 per bag, and these bags are $5 per bag. Now, if the prices change, then y'all don't blame it on me, because I know that they do have on their flyer that the prices are subject to change. But I would say just call before you come to get the price in if you do decide to come here to get some soil or anything like that. And they sell mulch, they sell rocks, they sell all kind of stuff. And I keep telling y'all about this place because I really truly love it. Not only do I love the prices, but I absolutely love the customer service too. I'm a stickler for good customer service, so that's always a plus in my eyes. I decided not to go to any nurseries today, so I'm holding off on that. I might do that next week, but I wanted to get like my mulch. I also need to go by Tractor Supply to get some rose tone by Expoma. From my understanding, it's only $10 there for a 4-pound bag. So I feel like that's the cheapest place I can go to get it like quick, because even Walmart is more expensive. I'm enjoying my day so far. I don't like the overall gloominess of the day, but the weather is perfect. But yeah, I'll turn y'all back on in a minute. All right, y'all, so we have finally made it back home. I do want to show y'all real quick before we leave from this little area of the backyard. I did get the medium mulch from the Longleaf Mulch place. I know I had told y'all that. A few of y'all was asking me, what do I have the bed and the greenhouse mulch with? This is exactly what I have it mulched with. This is what I'm trying to have the whole garden mulched with, actually. So I am going to add some of this mulch to the new bed that we have in the greenhouse. And I also want to mix a little bit in with our soil for our rose bush, because I don't have any perlite on hand, and I still haven't ordered any. So what I like to do sometimes, y'all, I use this app called Fetch, and all you have to do is scan your receipts, and you get like points. And as you accumulate points, you're able to turn the points into gift cards. So I'm actually going to turn those points into a gift card for Home Depot. So a lot of times y'all be seeing me buying like a lot of different stuff and things like that. And y'all probably like, didn't she say she was on a budget last year? Yeah, y'all, the budget gone. It's been gone for a long time, but I still try to be cautious about how much money I'm spending when it comes to gardening. So I do use that app, and it's not sponsored or anything like that, but I've been using it for years and years, and I feel like it really comes in handy, because at the end of the day, I'm always going to the store, so all I have to do is scan the app to get points and turn it into a gift card. Yeah, sign me up for it. So I have that linked in the description if y'all are interested in it. If y'all have never heard of Fetch, they have other apps like that as well, but that's the only one that I use, and I've been using it, like I said, for years and years. So anyways, back to what I was saying. I don't have any perlite on hand, but I do plan on ordering some. So instead of using perlite, I'm actually going to use the medium mulch to mix in with the soil to help with drainage. So I feel like I haven't gave y'all an update about our Melrose pepper seed that we had dropped down. If y'all remember, I did end up dropping down a pepper seed in our lead pot grow system. So I have since up potted it. It has been growing pretty slow, but I did bring it outside probably like a week ago just to see how it do. I don't have like real high hopes on it, but I do plan on adding it to our bed in the greenhouse to see what happens with it. And to start off, we're gonna go ahead on and harvest our potatoes that I don't have the highest hopes for. Oh, I need my gloves. Don't want to forget those. So like I told y'all before, the reason why I'm going ahead and harvesting these potatoes is because we have been having a cutworm slash caterpillar issue in our yard, and I've been noticing that they've been tearing up the foliage on the potatoes. So I was like, I might as well go ahead on and harvest and see what we got in these buckets. And also because we got quite a bit of rain coming through, so I'm gonna go ahead and get y'all set up on the tripod. And then I can't remember if I showed y'all the rose bushes, but I do plan on showing y'all that as well in this video, the rose bush that we end up picking up. And I got some seeds, and I'll show y'all those as well in this video. But let's stick to one task at a time, because if I don't, my brain will get all jibber jabber, flipped around, and I'll be all over the place. So let's work on our potatoes first. So y'all know we usually like to just pour our potatoes out, so I'm gonna just go ahead on and pull this up. Maybe they done fell off the plant already. That's what I'm gonna assume. Oh, look, it's a nice size one. And these are white potatoes, y'all. So that's a nice size one. Now let's go ahead on and dump the rest of this. Let's see what we're working with. Okay, we got one right here. Oh, look at that. Got these two. Okay. Okay. Got us some little bite-sized nibblers. That one right there is mushy, so that one is no good. I think that's it, y'all. Out of this whole big old bucket, that's all we got in there. Sometimes you gotta get what you can get and not catch a fit. So what we're gonna do with this soil, we're actually gonna reuse it to plant our rose bushes in. So this is what we got, y'all. We got enough for about a serving, maybe two if we play it right. Since I'm about to go ahead on and use this soil, I'm gonna go ahead on and add my amendments to it while it's on the tarp. So I got the Espuma's rose tone. That's what I'll be adding to this as my fertilizer of choice. I'm gonna just sprinkle it in there. And you can also add your fertilizer directly into the plant hole if you choose. And if I got any like potatoes or anything left in there, they'll break down in the soil. Add in some organic matter back into the soil. I don't think I got no more in there, y'all. And then I'm gonna go ahead on and get some of that mulch. So I'm gonna actually just use my green stock lid to add the mulch too. And this container is heavy, y'all. That's why I left it right here until I get some of this mulch out of here. And then I'll take it down to where I need to take it at. But until then, I'm gonna just transfer it this way. And then I also got this bucket right here because I'm gonna transfer some using that. If y'all ain't taught me nothing else, y'all taught me I better save my back. So I ain't trying to be superwoman out here. So I got about this much. This should be enough to add to both of the rose bush soils. And I'm not gonna add a whole bunch at all, y'all. Add about that much. If y'all don't have perlite on hand, what do y'all use as an alternative? And I will say this too, the place that I went to get this mulch from, they also have fine mulch as well, which will work perfectly fine too. Now for the rest of this soil, I'm gonna just roll it up and dump it into the container. I do have some black cow in the garage too, but I only got one bag left. I feel like I can utilize that for something else. So as a matter of fact, I am going to utilize that for something else. I got to add it to our bed that's in the greenhouse, because I did not add any to that bed. So definitely want to add some compost in there. And because I only have one bag left, you got to utilize it where it's needed the most. So here's one of our rose bushes that we got. Because like I said, I can't remember if I showed y'all already. We were in the store. And this is the double knockout rose bush, and it's in the color red. And it is a rescue plant. It's giving very much rescue, but that's all right. We're gonna bring it back to life, because from my understanding, these rose bushes are very, very forgiving. So let's make us a little hole, just enough to fit the rose plant in. That should be good. We're gonna add us a little bit more rose tone to the actual hole. Quick mixy mix. Let's pop this bad boy out. I remember I used to be so scared to transplant different plants, but now I just take that mug, wiggle them roots around a little bit, drop it down in there. Easy peasy. All right. All right, and then we're gonna come in with the mulch. And not only does mulch help with you not having to water your plants as often, it also just looks good. I feel like you gotta find the right mulch though. Cause some mulches look better than others. And I thought these ain't have no thorns on it, but this rose plant most definitely has thorns on it. Thought this was one of those thornless ones, but it's not. That looks beautiful. It's gonna look so nice in front of the greenhouse area. I'm gonna leave it over here for now though. Then when me and Tony out here working together, I have him help me move it over there to the greenhouse area. Now, from my understanding, with the knockout roses, you don't have to deadhead them. Like, it's very easy to care for these. That's what the plant tags say now. So I'm gonna see if it's really true. I ain't gonna deadhead them. I am gonna cut off some of this like dead foliage. I am gonna take some of that off. But as far as like deadheading the actual blooms on them, I'm not gonna do that. And like this discoloration that's on here, I don't know if that's fine or not. Probably not. We're gonna come through and clean it up. I don't think it's gonna be today though. We're gonna see what happens with it. And it may be tomorrow when I come through and clean it up. So yeah. So that's that one. All right, y'all. So now we're gonna go ahead and dump these other potatoes and see what we got in here. My hopes is teeny tiny for this one right here. Cause this the one that them cutworms will really clean the foliage off. Yeah, I don't see nothing. I see a couple that's rotted. Let's see. Go ahead on a fully dumper. This one is heavy too. Yeah, that soil was really moist. If worms didn't get, if them cutworms didn't get to it, then they probably just rotted in the soil because that soil is extremely moist. Yep, so absolutely nothing in this bag, y'all. It almost got me like, shoot, we probably would have been better off harvesting them when we harvest those other ones in the green stalk. But it's okay. Look, what y'all say, it's gonna have to be okay. I ain't got no choice but for it to be okay. And now that we seen that there was absolutely nothing in that potato bucket, I'm gonna go ahead on and actually amend this soil the same way I just did the other rose bush. And then I'm gonna go ahead on and put it in the pot that I just dumped out. And then I'll turn y'all back on once we get to doing our next task at hand. All right, y'all, so I am officially done up potting our rose bushes. I also cleaned up this area. So I'm gonna show y'all what the rose bush looks like. So this is the second rose bush that I up potted. Actually, this one looks a lot better than the first one. I'm guessing I'm saying that because it actually has roses blooming from it. Now, can we talk about this real quick? Look at the glads, y'all. The glads look so pretty. We got the red blooms coming out, and these are from two different plants. We got the purple blooms over there that's leaning a little bit, and then this one has to be my favorite one, this cream colored one. So I love that. Yep, those are so pretty. I did not know I would need plant supports for those glass. I thought they would be able to stand up on their own, but I'm noticing they're leaning now. So I may need to go back and get some more of those plant stakes that I got from Home Depot. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go back and get some more of those. I think those are just good to have on hand regardless, because I noticed that it's a lot of stuff in our garden that does not like stand on its own 2 feet, so to speak. So having those on hand for when I see stuff like that, I think is a good thing to have. I could also just get a bamboo stake, which I got some in my car, and then use a tomato clip. So that's what I may do, y'all, just for some support for it. That way they can stand up straight. Now, in other news, we're about to go ahead on and do a harvest on this green stalk right here, because I got a lot of shishito peppers that's ready. So we're gonna go ahead on and get all of those, and we also gonna do a harvest on the patio as well. So I just got my the same harvest basket that I put the potatoes in, and I'm just using scissors, y'all, to clip it down. I got some pruners, but I feel like the scissors will be easier for these peppers. So. Oh, and I finally got, well, I ain't gonna say finally because they've been at the front door for a minute, the rest of the spinner bases that we needed for the green stalks, because if y'all remember, 2 of them was missing spinner bases, and the 2 that was actually missing the spinner bases, they don't have none growing in it anyway, so that's why I really went in a rush to get them. But once they was on sale, I was like, oh, we gotta grab some of those. And these are nice sizes too. Y'all look away from the nasturtiums. They look horrible in this in this green stalk. So y'all just turn y'all head on that, or just act like y'all don't see them. Nah, I'm just playing, y'all. It is what it is. And y'all know I always ask y'all, I would love to hear what y'all are what's doing well in y'all garden, what's not doing well in y'all garden. Are y'all harvesting anything? What's y'all weather like in y'all area? I feel like everybody in the world right now is getting abundance of rain. So that's been the thing that I've been seeing everybody talk about, how much rain they getting. Trying to get this nasturtium from wrapped around this freaking pepper plant. All right, going on about your business. You stay on your side. I like the way the shishito peppers grow because you're really able to see what's going on. And I think I mentioned that before. We're really able to see what's what with them. And y'all know something that I'm just really proud of right now. I showed y'all the watermelon at the beginning of the video. I am so very proud of that sugar baby watermelon. Because if y'all was here with us last year, then y'all know we tried to do the watermelon on the patio area, like directly on the concrete. And it ended up getting the blossom end rot. It came a good ways. And then all of a sudden, it was like blossom end rot came through and shut the whole scene down. Me and Tony had a bed and everything. Leave in the comments if y'all was with us last year when we had that watermelon bed going on. And I lost. I lost real bad. This one right here got some big peppers on it. Well, I say they big, but they big for shishitos. Again, kind of long. I got to leave back out too. So when I leave out, I'm going to get me some tempura batter. And I'm going to tempura some of these. Yep, because I said I wanted to try them tempura. These and the Melrose peppers I want to try tempura. Some of them, like, that's still kind of small, I'm gonna just leave those on the plant. And the longer they stay on the plant, they do turn red. And if you have never grown shishito peppers, there is a chance that you may get one that's spicy. I think it's like 1 out of 10 is spicy. So just FYI, if you don't like spice, then I don't know if, well, I ain't gonna say you shouldn't grow shishito peppers if you don't like spice, because it's not all of them that's spicy. Just know that you will have a chance that you might get one that's spicy, and I'm gonna just leave it at that. That's a good amount too, from one green stalk. And I do have some more plants that I want to harvest from too, but while I'm down here, I want to go ahead on and get these Blue Lake bush beans direct. So I'm gonna actually put these in the cherry blossom green stalk, and I'm gonna do 2 plants per pocket. Now, what I noticed last year when we grew beans in the green stalk, I noticed that the caterpillars tore them up. So I am definitely gonna go ahead on and cover this. I'm gonna cover this before they even start to sprout up. I'm gonna cover them. I'm gonna put a bean on top of there so I know where I done already put seeds at. And for those of you that may be growing beans, what variety are y'all growing? We like just regular green beans. Tony, he more like of a canned green bean type of person, but he will eat fresh green beans. Our daughters, they'll eat fresh green beans. So I feel like that's something that all of us in the house eat. Yep. I knew I wanted to do some beans this year, but I just didn't know when I wanted to start them. But I feel like what better time than now. And beans love heat too, so that's why I'm gonna go ahead on and pop them down in there. Yeah, so I done already planted out the top tier. I'm gonna just do the second tier. And I'm getting the beans that actually look good. Like this one right here, I don't know if it's gonna do something or not. It's like split. So I don't think it'll hurt to put it down in there. I'm gonna put it down in there in the middle. And if it do something good, if it don't, that's fine too. No love lost, because I still got 2 other ones in there. So I'm gonna put a bean right there on top so I know where I done already put beans at. And then we're gonna take this one off. We did the big kahuna last year, and we did another one. I can't remember the name of the other one, but the only one that we was able to get a harvest from and actually consume was the big kahuna ones. The other ones, like I said, the foliage got ate up by the caterpillars, so they really ain't live out their full potential as far as like getting big enough for me to even feel like it was worth harvesting. So hopefully we able to get a nice harvest from this batch, and if not, we'll just drop some more. A lot of people drop a lot of bean seeds down. I did not know this last year, because you don't get a whole bunch of bean pods from your plants. From what I noticed last year, at least the ones that we grew here, we didn't get a whole bunch from them. So this year I know to plant more That way we'll get a nice harvest. Beans are actually a good one to do succession sowing with. So like once you plant some down, maybe like a week or two later, plant you some more. That's if you really enjoy beans. Even after planting out that whole green stalk, we still got all these left over. Yep, so I'm pretty sure I'm gonna plant some more. And this is the cover that I'm using. I got it off Amazon. And I'm gonna actually water these in. I wasn't gonna water them in because we're supposed to get some rain, but if you have a green stalk, then you know a lot of times the rain don't really get each pocket the way it should. So I could leave this top open and maybe it'll water it good, but I don't want to take no chances, so I'm gonna just water it in myself once I'm done with everything. And I'll remember to come down here and water it in. And a way for me to remember is to leave that cover right there in the hole. All right, let's see if we got some blueberries ready. I can see already we do. And with the blueberries, y'all, I just pop them off. I don't use no pruners or nothing like that. I guess y'all say get us in there too. We want to see. Like something went in that one. So I ain't gonna take that one in the house. That's what we got so far. And sometimes I just feel around if I can't really tell. I will say this too, since I covered this blueberry bush up, I noticed that the greenery on it is starting to grow better. I guess because it ain't nothing in there eating it up. I'm sorry if y'all can't see that well. So this is what we got. This ain't nothing but a little garden snack. Yeah, I think that's all that's ready on here. But we'll take it. Let's see what we got over here. No, we don't got none that's ready over here. Oh yes, we do got one. We got one singular one. The other few that's on there, they ain't ready just yet. And for those of you that left in the comments too, that told me that I'm able to prune down the dead branches on it, I still haven't done it yet, but I do plan on doing it, y'all. I guess it's because in my mind, I feel like I know I'm not gonna get a harvest from it this year. That's why I'm kind of like dragging my feet with doing it. And I like this harvest basket right here because I'm able to wash everything off and it just drains right out. And it's easy to clean. And I actually got this from Walmart at a very good price because they had it put in the wrong area. All right, now the Easy Cube. The Easy Cube just the gift they keep on giving for us. Like the pepper's doing good in here. The shishito and the Melrose pepper's doing good in here. And our cucumbers are doing good. It's like I'm pulling off cucumbers every day from in here. I will say this, I really don't care for the flavor of the pickle bush cucumbers, but I'm hoping that once we pickle them, maybe I like the flavor of them, but eating them just straight up by themselves, kind of like how we was doing last year with the cucumbers, I don't like it like that. And my daughter, she said she don't care for them either. That's a note to self. I know I got some more growing in other parts of the garden, but like I said, hopefully they taste good pickled. But I'm gonna be honest, y'all, I like to eat my cucumber sometimes just straight up with a little bit of salt and pepper or some vinegar on it. You know, I don't want to have to do too much with them because I ain't gonna always feel like making no pickles. Look at this one, how this one's shaped. That's cute. And it's only one of these shishito plants that actually got the tomato cage around it in here. I think I did that too just to see how it would do and to kind of help contain the pepper plant. Because really, last year, our shishito peppers, they held their own, but they were nowhere near as big as this plant has gotten. So I'm very proud of these pepper plants. Yep, I thought I was going to have to go and get me some shishito plants from the big box stores. But turns out I did not. And if y'all grow peppers besides like your regular bell peppers, what do y'all do with them? Like, how do y'all prepare them? Because I cook mine in the air fryer. And I also, like I said, want to try them tempered. Ooh, look at that one. That's a nice one right there. I can't believe I'm just sticking my hand in here without no gloves on. But my gloves that I had on, y'all, it got all that stuff on it and I had to rinse them off. So when I use the gloves that we got from Greenstock, I usually rinse them off and I hang them up outside so they can dry. And that's how I clean them. I don't put them in the washing machine. So these are all the shishito peppers that we got. That's a nice harvest, y'all. So we're gonna take a few Melrose peppers. Oh, I got a cucumber that's ready too over here. So look at that. I'll take it. I'll take it. Now these right here are the Melrose peppers. I told y'all before, like I'm trying to wait until they turn red, but they taste good green. So I'm gonna take a few of them. because I do want me some, because I want to try these temporid too. So just take a, and the best thing I feel like about these peppers is the fact that you don't have to take the seeds out. You can like eat the seeds too. Eat the whole plant. I mean, eat the whole pepper. Oh, we got one that's red back there. I see it. See the redness from it, but it's so far back. Hold on, let's see if we can get over there to it. Another cucumber too. That's ready. I'll take it. So note to self, this Melrose pepper plant gets huge. Well, I say huge, but it get bigger than I thought it did. How about that? All right, y'all, so I'm about to finish harvesting from this plant. I see some more cucumbers that's ready. I know y'all don't want to see me keep on pulling vegetables off plants, so I'm gonna turn y'all back on once I'm done harvesting everything that I want to harvest from this bed. All right, y'all, so here is the harvest. This is a pretty nice harvest if you ask me. Like, I accidentally cut this little fella off. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna take it in anyways. So we were able to get 2, 4, 6, 7 cucumbers from off one cucumber plant at one time. That's pretty good. Like I say, the pickle bush variety is very, very, very prolific, but I just don't like the flavor of it by itself. So we're gonna see what they taste like pickled, which since it's gonna be rainy the next few days, I definitely plan on go ahead and doing the pickles for these. And then look at all our peppers. So we end up getting 4 Melrose peppers, which the Melrose, no, 5 Melrose peppers. Which the Melrose peppers are these right here. They kind of look like the shishitos, but they are bigger. And then the rest of these are shishito peppers. So yeah. Oh, and our little baby potato harvest. Can't forget about the potatoes. So I don't even feel like them worth curing. I might as well cook these for dinner tomorrow. Yep, so that's what we got there. And I was saying that I was going to go ahead on and harvest the bell peppers that's inside of the greenhouse. But I'm not going to harvest them yet because I don't need any green peppers right now. So I don't want to just take them off the plant. They end up sitting on the counter and they go bad. Y'all know the whole thing. And I know some people say you can cut them up and freeze them. I like eating my stuff fresh, so I ain't going to do that. But one more look at this watermelon before I let y'all go, because I'm about to get ready to end this video. Look at how good this watermelon look, y'all. And then we got this one right here that's like, I feel like I got high hopes for this one. And we got this one right here. And we got some more on here too. This one, I don't know if this one got pollinated yet. So yeah, I think we're gonna have us a good year for watermelons. I hope I'm not jinxing us, but I feel like we're gonna have a nice little watermelon harvest this year. Then we got this one right here. And then like I was telling y'all, we won't have no flowers right now on our pepper plant. So I don't know what that's about, because before we had quite a few flowers. But we do got peppers down up in there. Them the same peppers I showed y'all last time though. So yeah. Yep. And then I just got the black cow left in this bed, just so I know before I plant it out, I do need to add some black cow to it. And then I just got the mulch right here. I'm not about to do that stuff today, y'all. More than likely I'm gonna do it probably tomorrow or Sunday, because even though it's supposed to rain for the next few days, if I'm doing stuff in the greenhouse, the rain not gonna bother me none. So yeah, I'll put that task off until possibly tomorrow or Sunday, like I said. Let me show you. I did go back and I went ahead and watered the beans in. The beans are watered in, and I went ahead and covered it up. And the reason why I did this cover, even though you still able to get some type of bugs in at the bottom, if I cover it like this, I know the moth won't be able to fly and lay its eggs. So that's why I decided to do this this way, because now that I got some growing in here, I don't want the caterpillars to come through and take the whole plant off the board. And can I just add too that I am so glad that these branches got cut down, because I feel like I got so much walking space over here now. Before I was ducking my head down fighting for my life, but now I'm able to walk over here. I'm able to walk all up under this tree and I have not a care in the world. And real quick, and then I'm gonna let y'all leave. Look at our cucumber, how good it's trellising up this Vago trellis. It's doing its thing. And there's a lot of cucumbers on here. This one right here is the cucumbers that I'm most excited about, the Monica ones. because these were the ones that we had last year that I ain't get to get a nice harvest from. I think the cucumbers that I actually liked the flavor of was the Space Masters that we did last year. So I can't remember if I actually dropped some seeds down for those. I want to say I did, but I don't know if anything became of them. So we'll see once all the cucumbers start growing and I start harvesting them, and then I'm able to, kind of do a taste test. But yeah, I think I'm gonna go ahead and let y'all go. Thank y'all so much for kicking it with me today. If y'all made it to the end of this video, make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell, and leave a pepper emoji, because the peppers showed up and showed out for us today. So yeah, I'll see y'all in the next video.